Hello and welcome back to my episode-by-episode analysis of the story structure of Hazbin Hotel. Before we begin in earnest, let me quickly mention that I've started to see some chatter in the comments about the trailer and some of the leaks. Nothing I've seen so far is something that I deem a spoiler, but I do want to make sure that this is a safe space for people who want to talk about Season 1 and speculate about where Season 2 might go based on Season 1 without being told what's going to happen before the show's even out. Here's the deal. Speculation is fine. Promotional materials like posters and trailers, all fine. Actual spoilers or actual leaks of any kind will not be tolerated. I'm not speaking to anyone in particular. This is purely preemptive on my part. I'm just letting you know what I've decided. So to preserve my viewing experience and the viewing experience of everyone else in my audience who might read your comments, any spoiler-filled comments will be deleted, and I'll remove your temptation to comment spoilers in my comments section, and I'll give you your comments back on Halloween once everyone's had a chance to see a season of television and reconvene. Sound fair? Good. Episode 5 does some really interesting things in a variation on the classic A plot, B plot structure. We've seen this already in the first episode of the show, which had a really solid A and B plot structure, in which the two characters driving the plot start out in the same place, share stasis, maybe a trigger, and then go their separate ways for their quest cycles. This episode does kind of the exact opposite of that, to a similarly powerful effect as we saw in episode 4, where we followed just one character throughout his day. Let me explain. Episode 5 starts by showing Charlie's stasis, that she's been up all night trying to figure out how to redeem sinners and prove that the mission of the Hazbin will work.
You good?
Nope, no, not really. I've been up all night trying to figure out why the hotel isn't working. We've done trust falls, we've tried sharing our feelings. We only have a couple months left before the angels come. And at this rate...
The trigger is Vaggie's suggestion that Charlie call her dad and get some help.
Maybe it's time to ask
Don't say it!
your dad.
And I'm actually going to take a step back now and mention that in the scope of the full plot, this is actually a turning point as well. Until this point, Charlie's quest cycles of trying to rehabilitate sinners have been very limited, personal and interpersonal scope. Now, with a request for some help from her father, the King of Hell, Charlie's quest cycles are about to take a qualitative shift and become more political and structural. When she places this call, this begins the introduction of her father as a new character in the show who gets his own stasis and trigger. Lucifer is a depressed guy who overfixates on a fruitless hobby because he misses his family and has no real connections to anyone.
Hold the applause, please. Okay. Thank you. Oh, God. Who am I kidding? This sucks.
The trigger is Charlie's call.
Daughter calling? Oh! Hello, Charlie. Hey, Char. No, that's not good. Oh, this is the first time she's called you in years. This has to be perfect. Hey, bitch!
Which pulls him out of his isolation, so their paths intersect really early. Actually, the phone call is the first quest cycle for both of them, with Charlie trying to get him to help her, and Lucifer wanting to bond with his daughter and make sure she's okay.
Listen, Dad, I've got kind of a big ask.
Yeah, of course. Anything in my power is yours for the asking. You just name it.
What makes these quest cycles work so well is that they both want something from the other, and while these goals aren't mutually exclusive, they do take some negotiating to ensure both agendas are fulfilled. These quest cycles are that navigation. Their second quest cycle comes as Lucifer arrives at the Hazbin. Charlie's put her best foot forward to impress him and gotten the whole crew on board.
Welcome to the Hazbin Hotel.
And Lucifer's clearly more excited to see Charlie's pets.
Oh, hey, whoa, Kiki. Razzle, dazzle. Oh, look how much you haven't grown. Still fun-sized. You taking care of my widow girl?
And to meet her girlfriend.
You put her there, Maggie. Yeah. She's so pretty.
You know, the domestic stuff he's missed. He even tries to bond with Charlie over them both liking girls.
You like girls? Yes, so do I. We have so much in common.
In the next quest cycle, Alistair steps up as Charlie's accomplice. I feel like I talk about Hell's Greatest Dad more than anyone has a right to, and I've made a full video about what each character's doing throughout it in terms of their motivations, but the short version is that Alistair pulls his weight as a deuteragonist by clocking Lucifer's insecurities about his distant relationship with Charlie and hamming up his own relationship with her, so Lucifer will be more likely to step up and be Hell's Greatest Dad by helping her with the mission.
Who needs a busboy now that you got the chef?
Go watch that video for the intricacies of how that works. Then Charlie gives Lucifer a tour of the Hazbin and shows off their successes and plans.
So, once we have the proof that redemption is possible, this whole hotel will be full of demons wanting to check out into heaven. We just need a little more time to prove it.
And he explains,
I love that you want to see the best in people, but these sinners, they're just the worst. I don't know how much you can realistically expect from them in heaven.
Finally, Lucifer points to the loan sharks and Alistair fighting as proof that sinners are awful and can never change.
You see what I tell you? Charlie. Sinners are violent psychopaths, hell-bent on causing as much pain and destruction as they can.
And Charlie points out that
He's defending this hotel.
the whole argument from their phone call till now is focused on these two agendas. Charlie needs help. Lucifer wants to protect his daughter. The bolt from the blue, the thing that breaks quest cycles, is the moment that Lucifer and Charlie both realize that their quest cycles aren't getting them anywhere and need to address the broader problem.
Dad, just help me.
I can't.
Why can't you?
Charlie! You don't understand. Heaven never listens. They didn't listen to me. They won't listen to you.
You don't know that!
Their choices happen in song, which makes for a very powerful musical number with an incredible amount of character-driven storytelling. In the first verse, Lucifer explains to Charlie everything she hasn't understood but needs to know about why he thinks the way he does and why he acts how he does.
I tried this all before. My dreams were too hard to defend. And in the end, I won't lose it all again. Now you're the only thing worth fighting for.
Then he listens as Charlie explains how his work inspires hers.
I heard your stories and I was enthralled. The tales about your lofty dreams, I listened breathlessly, imagining it could be me. So in the end, it's the view I had of you that show me dreams can be worth fighting for.
And you can see it in their faces as they choose to open themselves up to this new perspective. The climax comes in the third verse as they sing together and finally see eye to eye. Lucifer finally sees his daughter as the responsible grown-up she's become and trusts that Charlie knows what she's doing and can handle herself if he gives her the help she's asking for.
I've been dying to find out who you are.
I've been waiting, wanting the same thing.
And in so doing, grows closer to her and gets to start developing the relationship he wants. Charlie feels heard and seems to be open to having more communication with him in the future. The reversal comes after the song as Lucifer agrees to help by getting Charlie the meeting with heaven.
Okay, I can get you the meeting, but once you're in heaven, I won't be able to go with you. Will you be okay?
I'll be fine.
That's my girl.
And the resolution is Charlie and Vaggie beginning to prepare for their trip up to heaven to meet with whoever's in charge above Adam and above anyone.
You ready?
I'm ready, 'cause you'll be with me.
In spirit, right?
In heaven.
This episode works as well as it does because the two plots don't just reinforce each other plot-wise or thematically. The two characters with their own agendas circle each other and navigate each other for a solid 20.5 minutes as they both try to progress their agendas and in so doing learn about each other, their perspective, their values, and grow closer as people. It might be my favorite in terms of how the story structure is used to support the telling of this episode through characters' conflicting points of view, but there's plenty to admire too about episode 6, which manages to pull off an A, a B, a C, and a D plot. I'll see you next week for a breakdown of all of that.